Hello, everybody. I got to get situated here. Malaya's mom, how are you? Hello, Charlene. Hello, Body, how are you? Julia. Hello, Elmwood. William, how are you? Betty from Martinsburg. Y'all start hitting that thumbs up when you come in. Hello, Peter, how are you? Betty said, I love the Blue Jays today. Easy Lane, I clicked on the button to go live, and for some reason, it told me I had to share across different apps. And I'm like, this doesn't look right. So I went back out of the YouTube app and decided I was heading. Justin said, getting ready for the World Series. You got it. Hello, Val. How are you? What did I miss? Rusty there? Nope. There's Tammy. There's Mary. There's Tony. There's Luca. There's Terry. If you were like me, you were up until 3 o'clock last night watching baseball. How many got to see the end of that ball game last night? Hello, Rusty. How are you? That ball game lasted quite a bit. Luca, if you subbed, what I will do is if you have your settings set up to where I can sub you back, I will sub you back. Hello, Karen. Hello, Betty. Hello, Ruth. How are you? There's Sarah. You got it. No, that is one of the things we do. I try my best to sub everybody back. Hello, Mikey. How are you? There's Rozzy. Kay, still having another bad day. Well, Miss Kay, you know you're in our prayers. No, Luca, if your settings are set to where I can sub you, I have no issues subbing. Miss K, saying prayers for Miss K. It does feel like 100 night tonight. Yes, there's Miss Ellen. Awesome. Thank you so much, Luca. I appreciate that. Hello, Tracy. How many of you got to see the Blue Jays today? We put a video up this morning. We were sitting here, and my nephew, that's it. Let's get 100 so the hat comes out. I got the hat. The hat is here. Now, remember, a couple ways to get the hat. You can do super chats. No matter what the value is, you can get the hat. If you want to see the hat early, want to send $1, you can do that. We'll put the hat on super chat. Hello, Nancy. Tracy said, I've been missing a few lives. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're here with us. What is that? Okay, forgot to finish. Well, I hope you feel better, Kay. I really do. We love having you in this room. Yes, Ruth said watching the hurricane over Jamaica. Please pray for those people. Looks like it's getting ready to hit the tail end of Cuba as well. I think it's already started. Yeah, William. We put a video up this morning of the Blue Jays. If you have not seen that, please go and see it. As I'm talking, my nephew and I, we put peanuts out there. The Blue Jays are coming left and right. They're just all over the place. I said, the group would love to see this video of these Blue Jays. So we click live. We went live with it. The Blue Jays disappeared. Not one Blue Jay showed up. Literally in the video, if you want to see a Blue Jay, you have to go about maybe 5 to 6 minutes into the video to see the Blue Jays. Tracy said, my brother usually calls when live starts. That's fine. I get it. We'll say some prayers for him. I get it. Hello, PTG. How are you? Hall says, I feed Blue Jays every day. Tracy, yes, definitely some prayers for Tracy's and her brother as well. Yeah, and my thing is they're so big, they're huge. Watching them and seeing them eat those peanuts, and somebody had sent me a message saying if you watch the video, the Blue Jays pick up the peanuts, and I guess they're trying to see what's the heaviest peanut. Hello, Vivian. I think you're right. I think Shohei Ohtani may be the greatest baseball player we've ever seen. I know that's hard to compare him to Sprague. What's for dinner tonight, Santa? I tell you what I may have tonight, and I've yet to eat. I was running late, so I got down here, and then everything happened. Sarah, that was a close one. You got it. It might be a hot dog night tonight. Yes. Old Santa's a connoisseur of a hot dog. I like a hot dog. Well, thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. I've learned in life that you can't go wrong with a hot dog. Sarah said spaghetti here. Okay. Tony said I had Fig Newtons. You need to eat a little bit more than Fig Newtons. At least make you a peanut butter sandwich or something. Get you, mustard, onions, and relish. Okay. Let's see here. I keep hitting that button and I'm trying to move the chat and XM dog lover, but you eat hot dog. Yes, on your dogs. Yes. Easy Lane said stuffed crust Dominoes. Nancy, I was up until 3:00 watching that ball game. I was. Steven said I was bird watching with you today. Those birds are amazing. If you just can sit and watch them, and it's around 3 or 4 of them, and there's 3 large ones, and then there's maybe a fairly smaller one. You can tell the difference in them. But boy, that smaller one, he gets to the point where he's tired of taking it, and he comes at them full force. And it's fun to watch because he'll give it back to him. Takes him a little while, but he gives it back to him. Homemade sauerkraut. Look at that. Good Day said, at least buy a better Santa hat. What? That is, I've got several Santa hats, but that's our super chat hat. What's your favorite dinosaur? Oh, listen, you can hear the Norfolk dogs. When you bite into them, they snap. Okay, Robert, I'll do that. Homemade biscuits, pork chops, and fried potatoes. That's good eating right there. That is good eating. I have a chipmunk that fight with the Blue Jays. If you watched in the video, the Blue Jays will kick the peanuts down onto the porch. And when they kick them down onto the porch, we have 2 little chipmunks that will come through and they'll make sure that they get a peanut out of the deal. Costco has the best hot dogs. Did you see that with Costco, evidently the price of the Costco hot dog has been the same for years? There is one of the betting apps or something has it to where you can bet on whether or not the hot dog in Costco's goes up or down. And right now, the big money is on that it goes down, but everybody's betting on it'll go up. Can't go wrong with the fried tater. You got it. I had my question there, but it disappeared on me. Hang on. I'm sure that turbulence was bad heading back in with this storm. Carrie said, howdy, can't say my husband is prepping for his colonoscopy. And my husband's boss, 35 years, had a stroke at work, need prayers. You got it. You got it, Miss Carrie. We can do that. For his boss and your husband as well as you. You know that. Heart surgery and the survival rate. Tony said, glad that one got zapped. Rozzy Kay said, we saw a white squirrel the day of Dad's funeral in 2020. Really? Okay. Dragon, yes, we can pray for your husband as well. You know that. Hello, Rocker. I'm watching Malaya's mom and Peter tonight just zap people. Bethany, I see your name. Say my name in the chat. I see you. Let me see. What is your name? Yes, Bethany Alden. I see you. Sprague said the colonoscopy prep is 50 times worse than the procedure. Really? Okay. Rocker's in the room, I believe. We'll have to find out how the surgery went today. Rocker, how did everything go today? Was surgery today? Hello, Jordan. How are you? Oh, drinking that prep. Yes. Really bad. Anything on Jeff? I have not seen anything from Jeff. Hello, Christy. How are you? Hello, Chloe. Chloe said, pray for her and the family. You got it. Guys, we're at 40 likes. Let's hit those like buttons. Let's get this up to. Hello, Wanda from Baltimore. Rocker said they moved surgery to November 14th. I am good. Thank you for asking. Hello, Bethany. Malaya's mom. Did you have a question? Because I missed it if you did. Can anyone tell me? As far as I know, the Weather Channel is usually pretty good on showing things like that. What did you see and what concerned you? They're pretty good about things like that. Hello from Virginia Beach. Yes, Food, it is me. Food Raider, it is me. The one and only. Tony said, I answered you, Mom. He's been complaining with his ear. I hope surgery helps. Okay. Happens soon. Guys, that's the thing you have to watch with all this AI. It is very concerning. I am amazed at the things that you can type in on your computer these days and just Lovebug. I saw Lovebug this morning. She popped into the chat and her and I spoke this morning. She was watching the birds with us this morning. So she's in and out. That's why we put Peter into moderator's role as well. He's here every night as well. So are Labubu's possessed? Not that I'm aware of. A lot of people think that Labubus have issues, and guys, if you're not familiar with the Labubus are the little characters that are coming out of China, Japan, um, $60, $70 a piece, and the popularity kind of fading away here. YouTube boomers are in style. There's a lot of us out there. Yes. We talked about that last night. Chiefs won last night, Linda. They did. They won in good fashion last night. Alan, we don't ever listen to the haters. No, here's the thing that gets me when people that watch the videos and they have an issue with it. Here's what I always want you to do: click on them. They usually only have 1 or 2 subscribers. I'm not concerning myself there. No, they usually have only 1 or 2 subscribers. I'd love to help them build something. That's the thing. Instead of hating on the video, collab with us and let's build your channel up to where it can become, a big channel and you can do something with your channel. But a lot of keyboard warriors out there these days. Please don't ever listen. I learned years ago, love and hate pay the same rate. And guess what? If you hate the videos, you still watch the video. So it's kinda, you may have hated the video, but you still watched it. So yeah, love and hate pay the same rate. The zapper is on tonight. Julie said, today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday. I do not. Jason, I work with myself. I know who she is. Uh, I just work with myself. I don't have any I collab with several other individuals, but nothing to the point. Just the shorts is the only thing I collab with. Oh, I did not see that Sprague. Wow. Hello, Jesus is King. How are you? Happy birthday, Julie. There's Mary Ann. Oh, guys, we're at 52. We are 20 minutes in, and we are at 52 likes right now. That is awesome. We are halfway there. Hello, Catherine. How are you? What about the Whitakers? Haven't heard anything on the Whitakers right now. It has been extremely quiet. Uh, I hope it's not the calm before the storm. I'm hoping that we have just got to a point where there are some people in their lives sitting there saying, hey, not everything you do needs to be put out on the internet. And I hope they understand that. And I hope they gain that sense of, understanding. Uh, the internet has been very beneficial to them. It has been also very detrimental to them. You take a look at letting the outside world in, and we've talked about it before, and what's gone on there with everything, and it's heartbreaking to see that and watch how, the world came in and there's a lot of, a lot of people talking right now saying, should Betty and Larry be brought up on some kind of charges for fraud and things like that? Guys, there's a lot of layers to this onion. There's no doubt in my mind, there's a lot of layers to this onion. Wow, happy birthday, everybody. Hello, Thomas. We got a lot of birthdays in here today. Doesn't seem right if you don't like the video or live chat, why watch? Hey, if you want to stop by and see us, stop by and see us. If we are not your cup of tea, thank you for stopping by. We love everybody. We will pray for you. We're glad we got to see you. Glad we got to talk with you. But hey, look, there's a reason Baskin Robbins makes 31 flavors. We all like something different. And if we're not your cup of tea, we're just a good old chat room. Everybody loves each other. Everybody cares about each other. Everybody's respectful to each other. Yeah. Rusty said, I love it since it started. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Malaya's mom, I never thought about that. Malaya's mom said, we might just be too friendly of a chat. Here's the thing. From when we started doing this and everybody started coming in and everybody started doing this, I think there's a lot of friendships that's been made here. And what's Sarah saying? Remember some Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to cheer for him. There you go. No, you do mean that in a good way. And no, I get completely what you're saying. But there's a lot of friendships that's been made in this room. And there are, when you guys sit there and you start talking about, has anybody seen Ken tonight? Has anybody seen Shauna? Has anybody seen Sarah? Has anybody seen Kay? Has anybody seen Ruth? Has anybody seen Vivian? It is one of those things that those are friendships. Those are bonds. We don't have to live in the same community with each other to be friends with each other. We can get on here and be friends with each other. This gives us an outlet too. You may not want to talk to somebody directly in your circle. You may want to pop on here at night and say, hey, I'm going to go in and talk to the group for a little bit tonight. I want to, we can talk movies, we can talk television, we can talk football, we can talk baseball, we can talk Blue Jays, birds, we can do all kinds of anything. And I think that gives people, an outlet to where they can go and, just be friends with one another. Just love each other. Just be respectful of each other. Emerald, gotta go. Wrong word to use in the room. Please don't use that word in the room. Sarah said, I tell my husband 8 p.m. I got to talk to Santa and pray with the elves. You got it. That is easy. That, Tony zapped. Yes. I got that one. Last night, my husband wanted to tell me a joke, but I was watching the group, Well, Rozzy, what was the joke? Can you tell me the joke? I'm from Indiana. Love these chats. I'll tell you the joke. Here's a joke I used today. This past weekend, I went to a Halloween party dressed up like a car key. Yeah, I got kicked out of the party because they said it looked like I was going to start something. What? What do you think? Is that a good one? What do you think? A lot of trolls in here tonight, guys. Peter Malaya's mom, thank you for doing what you're doing. A lot of trolls. We need to hear jokes. Yes. Yeah, no cussing. Let's not have any cussing in here. See, I like a good dad joke. I like a good dad joke. Those are the jokes that you just get in and you just tell those jokes and They're just fun. Jones said 64 likes. Let's go. Sprague said, I just gonged you for your joke. Really? Really? I got a gong? A dad joke, but not too appropriate. Okay. Rocker said, what do you call a fly without wings? A walk. See, that's not bad. What do you call a cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. Exactly. 45 degrees, waiting for rain. Wow. Cut the heat on tonight. Yes, cut the heat on. Santa, you going on vacation after Christmas? Always. We load them up in the sleigh and we head down south. Rocker, a lot of prayers going out for Jamaica tonight. I saw wind gust up to 170 some miles an hour today. I haven't seen pictures of devastation yet or anything like that. And guys, I'm watching. If you're familiar with Buxton, North Carolina, the Outer Banks, that band of homes down there. Have you been watching those homes just get consumed by the ocean? The ocean they're tearing those homes apart. They're pushing them right back out into the ocean. Yes, a ton of prayers tonight. Pray for the world. It needs it. Yep. Pat, just wondering, are you Santa? You never know. Down in the 40s in Mississippi tonight. First time this year. Yeah. It rained in Phoenix for 5 days recently. Okay. Yeah. When those king tides roll in, and a lot of people aren't familiar with king tides, we know what a high tide is and we know what low tide is. But king tide, those are when the water really pushes into the shore. And there's a lot of erosion that happens with king tides. If you've ever been in the Myrtle Beach area, you ever been in the Outer Banks area, when king tides come in, they usually they come up to the row of houses. They'll get into the streets, that first street uh, down at the beaches and things like that. It's a lot of water that's coming through. But boy, Buxton, North Carolina, with those homes, they've I think what 3 or 4 today that I saw. They're just being consumed again and taken back into the ocean. Oh wow! Said one of the YouTube creators, content creators, has family in Jamaica. I'm sure. I'm sure. That's not. I don't know if the people have means to get out of the way of this storm. That's the thing. I'm sure money is an issue there, just like it is anywhere. And I'm sure some people that have been there all their lives have basically just said, we're going to hunker down and try to go through this. Hugo, yes, was bad. 160-mile-an-hour winds. We were without power for a good while. No. I remember when Diana came through. No heat. I sleep with a ceiling fan and a tower fan. Okay. King tides, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Yes. Fall storms. They're coming. Yes, there is a lot of poverty there in Jamaica. It's beautiful for the simple fact that it's a tourist destination and there are areas to where, you know, that they tell you not to go into because poverty does exist in Jamaica as well in other little countries that you can cruise to or fly over to and things like that. But, there is that face that we put on it for the simple fact of tourists coming in and they make a lot of money off of tourists. So, but once you get back out of the resort areas and go back into the areas where people have lived there all their lives, it's a dramatic difference. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch that couldn't get a flight out. Nigeria has most, yes. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. They had free shuttle buses. It's a remote area. They're not sure. Been there, it's poor, right? Hot chocolate, gotta have it. Yeah, I knew Jamaica was going to really get pounded by this, but I didn't realize that Cuba. But it's hitting the Havana is over here, and it's hitting this end of Cuba and kind of skirting off of Cuba there. And I didn't realize that it was going to hit Cuba that end like it was. I thought it would hit Jamaica and kind of veer. And from what I'm seeing, it's hitting that tail end of Cuba. Coffee ice cream. Oh, give it a try, Betty. I think we've talked about it before. I am not a fan of coffee. Getting to be good homemade soup time. Yes. A white bean soup. I've got a friend of mine. Her and her husband make a good white bean chili, and it is extremely good. Wow, forgot to add that couple was on their honeymoon. They're supposed to get flooding up to 13 feet. Yes. I love white bean soup. Yes, Miss Ellen, it is good stuff. Good pot of chili. Yes. Beef stew. Been on multiple cruises. Caribbean. Got to be careful where you venture off. Yes. Always keep $100. Yes. And this is going to sound really bad, but I was taught this as a kid. Always have a few dollars on you in case you're in a situation to where somebody is trying to rob you and look, guys, you may go through your entire life and that may never happen, but some people have been mugged, they have been robbed. And usually, if you have something to give to somebody, they'll take it and go. And we were always taught as kids, make sure you carry a little bit. And I'm not saying carry $2,000 in your pocket, but just have something that you can hand over if somebody does approach you and you feel like, this isn't going to end well. Make sure you have something. We were always told that. I was told that when I went to college. You just never know. Rosie said, my dad always said that too, Santa. He grew up in New York City. Exactly. That's all they want. They just want something. And when you sit there and tell them you don't have something, then that's when, somebody gets angry and mad and upset. It's just they want something. And I don't care if it's $2 or $3, they want something. Joan said, I was told that as a kid. Chili with rice. Okay. Big pot of chicken corn soup. Oh. Jean said, I've been on 5 cruises to Bermuda with my late husband. Was engaged in Bermuda. Okay. Very nice. All right, guys. We're at 72 likes. Let's hit those thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumb up, let's hit that thumbs up. Let's get them likes going. People want to see the hat. Sarah said, I can't eat corn. She loves everything else, but can't eat corn. White chicken chili recipe. It's really good. Yes. Marianne said, I keep the rest of my money in my sock or my shoe. I went through Hurricane Isabel, major damage to our property and fencing. No power for 12 days. Chicken and dumplings. Oh, you got it. People used to carry traveler's checks when they were traveling, easier to trace if lost or stolen. Exactly. You rarely hear about a traveler's check anymore. I had a friend, and this is so bad. He was over in Germany and he went to get gas in Germany and he was using his credit card. Well, the slot that you put the card in, there were two slots. There was one on the bottom and one on top. Well, the one on top was just a hole that fell into the gas pump. He thought he was putting his card into the credit card reader. He slides it in and the card falls down. He had to spend an extra day in Germany to where somebody could come and take the front off of the gas pump in order for him to get his credit card back. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Yes, homemade soup and cornbread. You got it. We always had traveler's checks back in the day for vacations. Absolutely. Hi, Judith. Beans, ham, cornbread, fried potatoes. Sprague, that is really good. Yes. It is on my dinner radar. Well, thank you, Vic. I appreciate that. Like I said, guys, if you subscribe to the channel, I'll go ahead and subscribe back to you. But you got to make sure your settings are set to the point where I can subscribe back to you. If your settings aren't set to that, then understand if you wake up one day and you go, well, he said he was going to subscribe. Well, if your settings aren't set, then it has to be set. Never ever fail. Always the food. Yes, because we know that you're hungry, Tony, and we want to make you even hungrier for the night. Oh, here we go. If you could have a, here we go. We'll get off food. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why? Huh. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate that. All right, guys. If you could have one superpower, which one would you have and why? Would it be invisibility? Would it be speed? Would it be strength? What do you got? They finally made a motorcycle that runs on laughing gas. It's called a Yamaha. Ha, 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 ha. There you go, Rocker. Look at that. Northern Grace said the power of healing. Okay. Justin said, bring my mom back. Okay. UK beans are sweeter. Prayers for Linda's grandson. We can do that. Invisibility would drive other people nuts. Okay. Sprague said, by super ability to be help anyone without. Yes. Oh, is Jay here? There's Jay. How are you, Jay? Teleportation. Ooh. Yo. Invisibility, because you're the boogeyman. Oh, Omni. Should I do it? Omni wants it. Should I do it? I'll do it one time for you, Omni. Now, I'm not supposed to write you back. You write me. I don't write you back. Understand? Now, I can write you a letter, but most of the times I'm just trying to fulfill the orders. All right, here we go. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. There we go. My superpower would be the freedom to travel to heaven and back whenever I want. Very nice. Williams got it. Invisibility, so he could help the Cowboys solve their defense problems. We are praying for Jay. Exactly. Always. Always praying for Jay. Karen said to see invisibilities, see the singers, and they can't see me. There you go. The Cummings truck, yes. 84. We are 15 away, 40 minutes in, and we're 15 minutes away. Tonight may be the biggest light night we've ever had. Man, you actually so nice person. Best wishes to you. Same to you. Sprague, we don't know. It's a meme, evidently, and we talked about it the other night and last night. It is something the younger kids really like. To me, it's kind of like either or. Uh, it means different things to different people. Look at Rusty. Please like and subscribe. We want to see that Santa's hat tonight. You got it. We're at 85, 15 away. This could be our biggest night ever with likes. Jay doesn't realize how much he is mentioned in this room. He somebody 1 or 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 people every night ask him if we have seen Jay. You got it. Like I said, buddy, a lot of prayers are said for you. We're at 86. Oh, I lost my sound. Has anybody else? Alan, I'm sorry. Guys, here's the thing. In certain rooms, when you make a comment about something, we have to go based off of your word for that. There are people in rooms that may think you're trolling them, and we see it. We have moderators in this room, and we call them our snipers. And our snipers, if they feel that you are trolling, looking for a response or looking to disrupt something, sometimes they move you out of the room. They'll go ahead and push you out of the room. But for the most part, we take your word on it. If you pop into this channel and you tell us that you've lost someone and you need prayers, we're going to give you prayers. We're going to send you love. We're going to show you that there are people that are, you know, that care. But there are a lot of people out there that if you pop into a room and start talking about subjects and things like that, they just don't know if you're being honest with them or not. Like I said, we want to put you to a point to where you feel comfortable about coming in this room talking about that. We want to make sure that everything is on the up and up. We just want to make sure that you're not trying to try to do something they're not. You know, if you pop on here and say that someone's passed away and you think that's funny, you need to reevaluate some things. You really do. If it's true, we will pray for you. We'll give you all the love and support but if you think it's funny to pop in here and say, well, my aunt passed away and your aunt's still living and you think it's funny, yeah. Haven, right now we are in the middle of talking about anything and everything. Right now, the topic on the table is what superpower would you like to have? A lot of people in the room are talking about what they had for dinner tonight and what they're having for dinner and breakfast tomorrow. What's Tony got here? Oh, we got some slacking. My daughter is on here too, and her headphones connected to my phone. Marianne, children, they just get you. Well, Sprague, if you would love to send us some smoked salmon, that would be awesome. If you go into the description of the page, if you go to Layla's Toys, the page, there is a P.O. box address there. And the reason I do that, they don't like for us to give out emails and things like that. And I get that. I need to create an independent email. But there is a P.O. box. If anybody would like to send anything, you're more than welcome to send something over and we'll open it live on the air. You know, while we're in here one night, we'll pop it open and let people see it. Yes, Sarah said, as long as no swearing, be kind with each other. Awesome. Pink Lady said, just join the chat. What's going on? We're just taking it easy. How do we address it? Just put Santa on it. Just put Santa or, you know, and send it on over. Or Layla's Toys and send it on over. And it's got the P.O. box there. Uh-oh. Rocker said, just found out. Oh, look at that. Buddy, them grandbabies just keep coming. Miguel said, want a joke? Miguel, do you have a joke? Chris said, I'd like to be invisible so I can tickle people without them knowing it. That would be hilarious. You could have a separate email and put, I may do that. Yes. We're 10 away. I'm seeing 10 right now. Tim King, good night, everyone. Stay safe. Have a blessed week. Wow. You have 21 grandchildren? Good day. I see 92. Rocker, that's amazing. Grandchildren and great grandbabies. Wow. But still, 21 of them? How do you keep them straight? How do you know all their names? It's unbelievable. And better yet, when you have a family dinner, where do you put all of them? Oh, was it? I had a neighbor had 21 kids. I grew up with a family that had 12 children. And, you know, you're just like 12 children, 7 grandkids, and then the rest. Wow. Northern Gray said, oh, my first grandchild, a girl, is coming November. So exciting there. Yes. You got it. Uh-oh. Billy said a mushroom walked into a bar and said, we don't serve your kind here. Mushroom says, why not? I'm a fungi. It's not a bad joke. It's a good joke. Rocker says, I have no hair anymore. I'm sure. The kids' table must be huge. Ruthie says, I don't have grandchildren, but I can't wait to be. You got it. Ruth said, there are 23 children in my mom's family. Good day. 23 children. Rosie said, I have a 20 and a 21-year-old niece and nephew. Adore them. Yes. Robert said, back in the day, the kids had to work. Yes. Well, thank you, Tasha. I appreciate that. Positive quote for all of you. It always seems impossible until it's done. You got it. Pink Lady said, I'm looking forward to meeting my 6th grandchild in April. It's a girl. There you go. Here's the thing with grandchildren. You as grandparents can spoil them. And then you can give them a lot of sugar and then send them home. I'm just letting you know. You can push them, get them back to their parents, That's how you do it. Thanks, bless mom. It's corny but cute. Yes, I'm starting to see that. Walmarts in certain states are starting to hire more and more security for what's about to take place here. They feel like it's not going to go well here in the next couple days. Never let yesterday use up too much today. Amen. Amen. 18 grandchildren and one great grandbaby, Ruth. Wow. Justin said, I do have a Virginia Tech shirt on. You got it. I am roughly about 30 minutes down the road from Blacksburg, Virginia, where the Hokies are. Yes. You got it. Pink Lady, send them home all sugared up. I'm talking just rolling. Tammy said, I heard someone words are shutting down. Not sure what that means. Going to be a great on in February. Night, Nancy. 13 grandkids, 12 great grandkids. Wow. Northern Grace said, I can't wait to be a grandma. You will spoil that baby left and right. Trust me. 6 to go. We are working on it. We are at 52. 52 minutes. We need, well, I'm showing 93. We need 6 to 7 more. Oh, Tammy said Walmart. No doubt. I get that. If Walmart shut down in your area because of what's about to happen, I get it. And two, you don't want to see those facilities tore up. I understand what's going on, but you don't want to see those facilities tore up. Malaya's mom, you're exactly right. Teenager in high school. There you go. Who said that? Sarah said, I do that all the time. Here's some candy. Grandma, see you later. Okay, they may do, and I get that. I get that. 4 more to go, folks. The hat is getting ready. For those of you who have not seen the hat, it is coming. We are 4 likes away from the hat making its rounds for the evening. 3 boys, mom. Holy moly. Chris, I hope so. I hope that we can figure something out in this country and get it squared away. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Marianne. I'll check on that. But guys, you got to understand there are a lot of people in the business, and uh, unless I knew them or knew of them, yeah. Where I'm looking at 95, we're only 5 more away. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, please help us hit that thumbs up button. Oh, I got this one. What did I smoke today? I smoked you out this room. Cato, you never know. So be good. Goodbye, Terry. Good night. Have a great evening. Go watch some baseball. Barry, there are 6 states. There are 6 states. Commonwealth of Virginia is one of them. I think yes, I think the way they said they're gonna do it is, instead of the first, a lot of people get their SNAP benefits on the first. They are showing that they will get them on the third, I believe it is, and then the state of Virginia said they'll do it, like, 3 days after that, so they'll do it in 2 batches from what I'm seeing. Thoughts on Led Zeppelin? Have no issues with Led Zeppelin. Yes, Peace on Earth for Christmas. You got it. 97, 2 more. Rocker said, love the zap. Good night, Terry. Have a good night. 2 more. We're at 56 minutes. We were doing so well there. I thought we were going to have one of the best nights ever. Yeah. And you know, guys, here's the thing. We don't want to zap you out of the room. But if you come in and you're disrespectful and you're rude and you're nasty and you know, we've got to do what we've got to do. We're not going to let you come in this room and disrupt this room. It's not going to happen. Oh, the Blue Jays have taken the lead. I just got a notice on my phone. Yeah, I think it was a 2-run home run from what I'm seeing. So those of you who are not watching, people are not nice tonight. Tony said, we've had a few more of the bots than normal tonight. Right. Rucker said, I still remember the night I went into space. Yes, Tasha, I did see that today. 23 states are suing Congress. Not sure for people, you know, what's going to happen, but I did see that tonight, that they are trying to do a lawsuit to try to help people get their benefits back. I don't know what good it can do, but somebody's trying something evidently to get their benefits back there, I'm sure. Sarah, and let me tell you, that's smart, and I get that, and we want you to be safe. Guys, when and if this takes place, and we kinda know it's going to take place, please be very careful if you have to go out shopping, because you never know the situation you may be put in. We are at 98. 90 people in the room, 98 likes. We're at 58 minutes. We need 2 more likes. Have them delivered. Yes. Good advice. Oh, I see 99. One more person. Well, 2 more. We like to get it to 101 just to make sure somebody doesn't take away the. Yes, go before the first. Oh, I see 100. One more. 101, and we do it. There she is. Everybody wanted it. Awesome. I like it. All right, guys. 104. Look at you guys. I'll just take my husband. Yes, take somebody with you. Correct. The elf is trying to get out. You got it. A good way to end the night. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Say a prayer for the Whitakers. I hope everybody had a great time tonight. Always, thank you so much for coming into the chat room. Thank you for becoming friends with everybody in this chat room. Guys, you have a great night. I love you. God loves you. Be good to one another. Go do something good for somebody tomorrow. Y'all have a great evening. I will talk with you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Bye now.